Hey guys, Lost here, and today I'm going to be showing you my top 5 picks for the mods of the month for March for Hearts of Iron 4. Now, if you've been watching my top 5 mods for Armor 3 every month, then I have some information about that on the end of the video, so please watch until the end. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoy. So starting off at number 5 is an especially interesting mod, and it takes place in a time period that you don't hear a lot about, but is an extremely crucial part in history. This mod puts you in the time period just after the Treaty of Versailles is signed after World War I and spans the gap up until World War II. At this time period, Hitler and the Nazi Reich, Mussolini have not taken control, so the Weimar Republic still exists, and Russia to the east is facing a bitter civil war with the Soviet Union. Now, I will say that this mod is at number 5 simply because it is kind of a new mod. It is not super developed yet. However, there are a few focus trees for some of the major countries that are still pretty bare bones, but gives you a general idea and look at the time period you're facing now. So far, the only countries with new focus trees are the USA, China, France, Germany, Italy, and the Soviet Union. Like I said, they are fairly generic so far, but give you a good idea about what's going on. There are also a few new flags, a few new scenarios and events, with new technologies and focus tree things incoming in the future. For me, I think that this time period, like I said, is generally overlooked, but when you think about it, this era gave way to one of the largest superpowers to take place in the 20th century, and that is the Soviet Union. You can fund one side or the other to give the edge like you normally could in any game, and kind of reshape history with the formation of the Soviet Union alone. On top of that, you could also stop Hitler's rise to power as you try to fend off fascism in the Weimar Republic, and maybe you decide to take Germany on the communist route or keep it democratic. So many different options that Hearts of Iron lets you play out for yourself. Alright, so this next mod is pretty small and pretty simple, so it's not going to take me very long to explain. By the way, you are watching gameplay of the Great War mod. This mod at number 4 is called Increased Manpower from Non-Chord States, and it's a mod that I find myself using more and more as I play Hearts of Iron 4. So when you start off a game normally, you have all of your core states, a certain amount of manpower, and a certain amount of recruitable manpower through the core states of your country. Now, as you fight and expand into other countries' territories, those are no longer your core countries, which means the amount of recruitable population through there is not very high, which I find kind of odd and kind of problematic, especially as you've been fighting long, extended wars. You need more manpower. Well, this mod does exactly what it says in the title. It increases the manpower through all of the little countries and states which you extend into. Now, not by a super large amount or a game-breaking amount, it only increases it by 30%, enough to kind of add on top a little bit, so it gives you a bit of a buffer without completely overwhelming you with an insane amount of recruitable population. This mod is fairly compatible with almost every mod. As you can see, I've been using it on the World War I mod, so it's a lot of, I guess you could say it's a lot of fun. It doesn't do a whole lot other than change some numbers, but for me, it does help enhance my gameplay experience. Before we get into the next two, which are my new two personal favorites, we have a pretty cool one here at number 3. Have you ever been playing along as the German Nazi Reich and you get the sudden urge to reclaim the Holy Roman Empire, but not only reclaim it, actually play under that title? Well, now you can. At number 3, this mod is called Formable Nations. So as long as you take a certain amount of territory and meet all the requirements, you can create a new nation of your own with your new flag and make that a new superpower in the world. Whether it's old or new, maybe it's a country that hasn't even been founded yet, you can now make it with this mod. In total, there are 35 new nations you can create, everything from the Mongol Empire to Central America. When you create a new nation, you will get a new flag and name, there will be a boost to your national unity, and you will gain a core in all of the previously uncored states. The official requirements are having all of the required states, 300 political power, and you must be at peace. After that, you can stomp other empires underneath your feet, burn them to the ground, and raise a new nation in its ashes. I do think that this mod adds a new element to the game. It gives you a new goal and a new kind of focus other than replaying the same generic path of World War II over again. It gives you a new thing to fight for and adds a lot more flavor to the game in my opinion. Now, communism has been tried with Russia and China and Cuba and all places around the world, and has it ever been successful? But do you know what it has not been tried with? It has not been tried with emus. Now that is the premise of this next mod. Not so much the communism part, but the emu part especially. This mod lets you take control of the evil emu empire, and it comes out of Australia because, of course, everything weird in the world eventually comes out of Australia. I'm not gonna lie, this mod is totally epic. It has its own focus tree where you can take the path of emus, whether you want to be a fascist emu empire or a communist or a democratic emu state of some kind. This mod has a bunch of different things you can take with your emu clan. By the way, if you say emu enough, it kind of feels weird to say. It's one of those strange words. Not only is this mod super hilarious, but it is also very well done, with the focus tree that is actually fairly well fleshed out with a lot of different options you can take, each one with its own original name and attributes to it, all relating to the fact that yes, you are an emu empire. You can teach them how to read after they try and read the works of Karl Marx, and of course you can get rid of their Australian accents right next to genociding the Australians. This is an awesome concept for a mod, and I actually played it a little longer than I'm going to admit. At number 1, I have the home of the Kekistanians, the place where the Kekistanis and the normies will fight forever. That's right, I have Kekistan. This mod brings every meme lord's dream to Hearts of Iron 4. This mod is similar to the scale of the last mod, however, I think this mod is far more hilarious. You start off this mod with parts of Turkey with the ruling leader Pepe. You can also take the ideas of Adolf Pepe, Vladimir Pepe, and John Brown. Now, I don't know if you guys know this about me, but I am a meme connoisseur myself, and seeing this focus tree for the Kekistanians or for Kekistan is absolutely hilarious. Make Kekistan great again. This mod is just a blast to play all around. Other than being the supreme meme being of the land, you can control the country just like you would any other country by waging wars, making peace, and doing everything in Hearts of Iron that you normally would in the first place. Now, like I mentioned at the beginning regarding my Arma 3 Mods of the Month series, I am actually currently having some technical difficulties running my Arma at the moment, so I don't believe I'll be able to get the next month's mod review out in time for the end of March. I do apologize. Out of all of the videos I do, the monthly mod reviews is something I do put a lot of work in, and I try to keep it on a fairly decisive schedule. But until I can figure out what the problem is, all Arma videos are currently at a halt. So I thank you guys for watching this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Subscribe for more content like this. Links should be in the description by tomorrow. I will see you guys later.